a lot of them already were saying in the beginning of the stream. But yeah, like, it was a fun ride at the start, at the very least. It kind of, like, wore out its welcome afterwards. It's kind of a shame that I couldn't get the initial seed that I wanted working with this randomizer, because I know that alone would have really, like, made the whole run a lot more fun. Especially considering, like, at this point, like, it doesn't help that I, like, been doing it so slowly. Yeah, I've been playing this so slowly that most people who actually played this randomizer are already on, like, their second or third run through Paper Mario Randomizers, and are doing seeds that are way more interesting than what I have. But I'm so glad I did it for what I did. I just kind of have a feeling that this is the proper time to give it a due. Like, I've seen streams and videos of the Paper Mario Randomizer. There's like there's one thing that I think is different that's kind of a cute Easter egg, but I don't know if it's enough to actually justify doing a whole nother stream just to beat the game for it. Maybe if I ever come back to Paper Mario Randomizer in the future, we'll actually play it from beginning to end, or I'll actually set it up better. And we can see what that's all about then. Oh, come on, you totally could have had that. At least I can Power Shell and finish it off. Just this kind of getting me in the mood to work more on Paper Mario Sweet Expedition. I always get in this habit of talking about my mods and never actually name dropping them as I first start talking about them for some reason. At least I only leave a better late than never, I guess. Well, obviously, if it's only once, I'd rather people wait until I'm absolutely done with everything. But like, cause the Game Jam version was the problem is the Game Jam version feels really rushed. You know, like, I was all over the place talking about Paper Mario Sweet Expedition, so I kind of want to just start from the top, and you know, my inventory is kind of just slot after that fight anyways. Might as well just pick it up now. I was gonna clean it out first, but I forgot, it's a randomizer. So, all of these items are gonna be trash! Huzzah! Well, at least it doesn't matter because I'm pretty much done. I am determined to actually, like, finish talking about the whole Paper Mario Sweet Expedition thing. Maybe after I clean out my inventory, though. Because I have a memory of the goldfish. Did they patch out Patchy the Crashy the tree? It looks like they did. Actually, funny thing about that, goldfish apparently don't even have a bad memory. It's just a unfortunate stereotypical trope that we as a society have developed over the years. Then again, the irony is I have yet to fact check that fact, but for some reason I feel inclined to believe it. It feels just as believable as the fact of goldfish having a terrible memory to begin with. I think that's the whole thing, like, that there's been no actual scientific studies that prove that goldfish have a bad memory, and that's what that's all about. Now, it's not Dark Star, you don't really get a defense piercing thing, and I don't have the Earthquake ability. I do have up and away though. Maybe if I just start from the beginning, it'll make it easier to talk about. It'll make me feel more clean and organized with talking about the Paper Mario mod I've been working on, if I just start from the beginning and go from there. So, it's called Paper Mario Sweet Expedition, and it is a mod of Paper Mario 64 that I made for the Paper Mario Game Jam. How it worked, I basically took a chapter from Paper Mario and modded to the best of my abilities into a new story with a new adventure. And the Paper Mario Game Jam, for those of you that don't know, was a thing the Paper Mario modding community started up to try to get people interested in Paper Mario modding. People had like 2 months, give or take, emphasis on the give, to make their own Paper Mario mod, and then they'd be rated and judged against the others to see who won. So I thought this was a good excuse as any to actually pick up Star Rod, the Paper Mario tool, and actually learn a little bit of Paper Mario modding. So not only did I make a mod in that 2-month, 2-week time span, I actually learned everything there was about Paper Mario modding in that time frame. You know, why not? This is gonna be the last stream of this, so I might as well just pick up what I can. Jump forward to when the Paper Mario Game Jam is over, and there's a lot of amazing entries. It felt like I kind of put myself at a major disadvantage from deciding from the start that I wasn't gonna just make my own new map, because like practically everyone did an amazing job of making everything from scratch. Meanwhile, I just focused on battle mechanics because I don't think like I would have had the ability to make. In hindsight, I kind of get the feeling that I didn't even have the ability to make a map because of just how certain editor apps for Star Rod seem to work on my software. It's a little unfortunate because I'm not sure if I'm ever actually going to make anything incredible. But it's kind of worth keeping in mind. You know what? Since we're not going to have a final boss proper, I might as well at least fight these enemies. I was going to say, what else am I going to use these items for? But then I remember, I don't even need to do that. I have Tidal Wave. But I'm getting distracted. Game Jam comes and goes. And I find out within the last week of the Game Jam that the stream that's going to be showcasing the Paper Mario mods for the Game Jam only really giving an hour or so to each project, and I did not take that into account. Like, we were told to make it a small project from the beginning, but like I was working off existing access, so I was not really timing how long it would take to go through. I thought it was kind of small as is because it wasn't even a full chapter. It was like a third or a half of a chapter. Oh, this is gonna hurt. So I cut out things last minute to try to make it fit better, make it closer to an hour game. Granted, it was still longer than an hour game, but it was closer. But it came at the side effect of like really cutting a bunch of dialogue, so it kind of felt like certain scenes kind of just felt confusing because they were skipping things that were supposed to exist beforehand. And I spent so much time cutting things out that I didn't really have time to like proofread the game itself. I think that was the most frustrating thing. Like, it would be fine if I was like working on actually adding and improving the mod for the entire time frame and it was rushed because I didn't actually take... If it was rushed because I was working on improving it or working on certain things and not others, I wouldn't be so mad. But I get so mad about it because I literally wasted time sabotaging my own project. It's the only way I could really put it. So I definitely wanted to work more. Plus, there's already a bunch of ideas that I wasn't even gonna try to do during the Game Jam time frame that I did want to put into it eventually. So I decided to come up with the compromise of not only updating the game after the game jam, but like putting it into a 3-phase process. The first phase would basically be to... The first phase was like re-adding the stuff I cut last minute and cleaning up the dialogue, along with like adding 3 quality of life features that I got the idea for as I was watching the few people that did stream the mod, seeing what they got caught up in and the ideas that I thought that could improve the experience from that. Those are things I wanted to put into Phase 1. I did like... Though there might be there might be a few new things as well, but not as many things as in Phase 2. Phase 2 is mostly going to be for... You know what, well, I'm still on for time to actually finish my story. No, that involves talking. Oh, wait, that actually makes you disappear. So much. So, like, Phase 1 was mostly supposed to be quality of life things, but, like, I got an idea for a puzzle, and I couldn't resist not doing the puzzle. So, that's gonna be in there. But Phase 2 is mostly where I actually, like, add in the moves, because there's new partners, but, like, there's one new move that I didn't get around to actually implementing that I would want to do in Phase 2. Like, Mario's move pool is a little bit lackluster and fairly vanilla, and I kind of, like, keep it lackluster. Partly intentional to prevent him from being more powerful than the partners, but part of it was because, like, I could have made new moves, but never got around to it. I put all the time into making sure that the new partners that I put into Sweet Expedition were solid. So Phase 2 would be fleshing out Mario's move pool, along with, like, if there's any additional content, like things I wanted to add to the ending or that would be where Phase 2 goes in, and Phase 3 is mostly a post-game, which I don't want to spoil too much, but it'd be a fun way to, like, add a lot of experience to Paper Mario, or it'd be a fun way for people to play around with the new partners and abilities as a whole, without me hypothetically making an entirely new game. That's all I really want to say about the post-game for now. And that's Paper Mario Sweet Expedition. Like, if you haven't played already, I would, like, wait a week or two. The Game Jam version is available to play, but at this point, I'm really hoping to at least have the Phase 1 out by the end of the month. I was originally, like, shooting for this weekend, but it's taking longer than expected. And because once I actually get started with Phase 2, that's when I think it's gonna, like, it's gonna take a while, like, as not only is there gonna be a lot more to work with, it's also gonna be, I'm gonna be taking the project a bit more casually and start messing around with Golden Sun again. But right now, I wanted to get Phase 1 done as soon as possible, because there was, like, a few bugs and glitches that I would really want to fix. That, like, I could have just released a version of the Game Jam version that has the bugs and fixes, but at this point I made so much progress on Phase 1 that feels like it would be more effort to go back to the older version and just make those updates. I think that's all I really gotta say about that. More importantly, I did promise that we were not going to do Bowser's Castle in the randomizer. I was hoping to, like, spend this whole Starhaven scene actually doing a post-game, or, like, talking about my thoughts and feelings. I guess I could do that now. I started anyways. This is a fun randomizer. I'll admit, being away from it so long kind of made it hard to jump back into. So, I kind of fell off a little bit at the end. But it's not a horrible... No. I was gonna say it's not a horrible experience, but that kind of makes it sound worse than it actually was. It's fun. I just picked up a lot of more, even funner things to do along the way, and I'm real excited to spend more time on those things now that this is over. Plus, now this is over, I can like mess around and mess around with all the other Paper Mario mods that are on the Discord and see, and maybe I'll put one of those in rotation, but definitely want to spend more time with Dawn and Jin. And stuff is up in the air, but the fact that this is completed, or at least what I consider complete, makes it a little... It opens up my options, and I'm really looking forward to exploring those options that it opens up.